As the 2023 election gathers steam, a federal high court sitting in Abuja has declined to disqualify the presidential candidates of the All Progressives Congress and the Labour Party Tinubu, Bola Tinubu and Peter Obi respectively. Okay, APC and Labour Party. Politics Nigeria reports that in his judgment on Monday, Justice Donatus Okorowo held that the suit by the opposition seeking the elimination of Tinubu and Obi from the 2023 race was incompetent. This suit qualifies as one which amounts to an abuse of court process, Justice Okoro said. This newspaper recalls that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, had approached the Federal High Court Abuja accusing Mr. Obi and Tinubu of breaching the Electoral Act by naming a placeholder as running mate. That matter, I expected the court to have even trashed it into the bin. Okay. Well, why Tinubu named Alhaji Kabiru Masari, Obi chose Doyin Okupe in tentative capacity. Both men have since replaced the candidates with Kashim Shettima, APC, and Dati Baba Ahmed, Labour Party. So it owes no water, according to what the court is telling us, that it's just an abuse of power. They are aware of it now. Just think, of course, they themselves, they are aware because they just want to distract the people. Gonna do this. They just want to say something. I think that's just the way it ought to be. And even, I was even surprised at what kind of a suit against them. And I remember that something of this nature was said, and I don't even know that, I didn't know that these people are still talking or still holding on to this. It makes no sense. Nobody should even be talking about that. I think due process just have to be followed. That's why the court is trying to tell us that, oh, this matter, we have to just deal with it once and for all. Because if we don't talk about it, maybe in the future it might come out, they'll not say, oh, yes, but we'll use it against them. I think that's the reason why the court is just bringing it, so that it will be dusted away, because it owes no water. And believe you me, the PDP itself knows quite alright that it has no weight. It makes no sense and at all. It makes no sense at all. Yes. Well, PDP is very sick and we surely crash. Pure truth. You said they must crash. People, they think they can win through the back doors. PDP busybody. PDP should have been heavily fined to serve as a lesson to others. Last, na shame them PDP take go. As you could go and sit down, you have done anything to your people and you want to rule. You have not done anything to them and you want to rule them. Where does that happen? Nigeria? You want to rule Nigeria by all means. You and Tinubu, God Almighty will put two of you to shame. PDP has no case there. They knew now, they just want to say something. Somebody said they want to come through the backyard, the back door. That is exactly what these guys, my goodness, have really been up to. But the cause is, we are not going to do that. We are not going to do that. That is not what it ought to be. And also, IBB just granted interview that people are really talking about, and there are 5 facts that people are saying that are sacred, that people must take from. If we are talking about leaders who have seen it all with situation of Nigeria, the former military head of state, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, will definitely come to mind, having spent about 8 years presiding over the affairs of the country as a military president. IBB has fondly called, obviously knows when there is a crack on the nation wall. This he appeared to have demonstrated in his exclusive interview with Arise TV on Friday. Babangida, who has been following the trend of things in the country, used the opportunity to address some nagging issues which have become typical or topical discourse in the society. From his extensive conversation with the veteran journalist who grilled him on live TV, the ex-military head of state pointed out some things that Nigeria needs to move forward, and these 5 points from his discussion must not be undermined. And first, one of the things he emphasized was the choice of the next president of the country. According to Babangida, Nigeria needs someone who has a good understanding of the economy. Presently, the country's economy is in a mess, and it takes someone who is economically sound, savvy, and can bring bank on his wealth of experience and that of others around him to turn things around. If Nigeria can get it right economically, other things will follow. The second thing is that the former head of state also noted that Nigeria needs a leader who can communicate with the people, a leader who talks with the people and not the one who talk on people. If truth must be told, the gap between the leaders and the people in Nigeria is wide. Why the communication has greatly suffered for it. Leaders only tell people what they want them to hear and not what is actually doing. This seems to have been the basis of misinformation, misconception, and hostility towards the people at the position of authority. Babangida believes if leaders properly carry the people along, things will be different. Today, everybody, they know that, but they don't just want to do it. Well, the third thing is that the head of state struck out was how leader can leverage on the resilience and tenacity of Nigerians to achieve a better result. Babangida noted that Nigerians are very hardworking and hardly give up on their hopes. According to him, anyone who can survive the harsh economic condition of the country can survive anywhere else. And this is the reason it is easier for them to make it big whenever they travel to European countries for greener pastures. He called on leaders to harness this potential to make the country work again. And the fourth reason, he advised President Muhammadu Buhari to adjust its economic policy at this late hour to make the environment favorable for business. If this can be done, economic will take a better shape. So does it mean they don't know or they are not aware of all of this? The fifth thing he said was that anyone above the age of 50 does not fit to rule the country. He appealed to Nigerians to be wary of people above the active age in 2023. He specifically identified some people who should consider their presidential ambitions dead on arrival and should not bother to waste their money in 2023. Those statements from Babangida are weighty and very sensitive, but they are quite insightful and thoughtful. If Nigerians can ponder on them and act accordingly, it is obvious that a better Nigeria is assured. Okay. Who is in that age bracket among those four leading? Let's just even have the Kwakwansu, but among all of them, they are over 60. So who and who? Even Showore too. Showore is over 50. Yeah. The era of June 12 has been severally acknowledged by IBB. Why are we still dwelling on it? Many have benefited from that era, especially Obasanjo and the Southwest Zone, while it is most regrettable for the life lost and the unexpected consequences of on our national focus. God has also used it to bring us thus far. Therefore, focus also on the good things derived from the IBB regime. Current and previous regime in this country haven't even able to match the achievements of the IBB era in terms of creating enduring institutions of state and sustainable policies that open our eyes to social political patterns that were strange and unknown to us before IBB. Go and find out. So IBB still remain a greater voice in Nigeria's government. It knows Nigeria and Nigerians. Mr. Babangida contributed to the ruination of Nigeria. Well, he also said it, and that is the final solution for our great nation, Nigeria. May God bless Nigeria. So good. May God bless Nigeria. So guys, let's know your thoughts on this. Thank you.